Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully Enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this practice will help for us to develop our conventional understanding, and at the same time, out of this practice, how you can gain your spiritual success. So it is very important for yourself every day to be very clear regarding your own practice. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, basically, Buddha never taught anything just by himself. So whatever Buddha taught as Dhamma used to be here in the world all the time. But ordinary people didn't see it as it is, and most of time they used to look into life believing something else. So when you follow the Dhamma, when you become clear with the Dhamma, what you can see the very organic level of existence. So then always you have to remember, Buddha's teaching doesn't mean something you can gain beyond this moment of existence. So it kind of like rainbow effect. So the rainbow is not something which is permanently exist. But at the same time, when the necessary conditions are there, you can see the rainbow. So then when you see the rainbow, you can't say there is nothing. But at the same time, what you see is not there. So this is the same thing with our life. So whatever around you, as world you experience or as world you see, of course there is something. Even in this very moment, through your computer or the cell phone or the iPad or the TV, that you see this all and you hear this all. So of course then you can say there is something. There is something, but it is not there. So this is the puzzle that you have to understand. This is why that understanding dependent arising give you the understanding to Dharma. It is not a kind of like something that originally permanently exists and originally give a birth to something as a beginning point. So when it comes to a rainbow, there is no beginning point for that. There is no original permanent timeline or the place that you can start and say, this is the place that rainbow start. And this is the place it's going to end. So then always remember yourself, what you see, what you experience, even though it experience for the moment, the deeper level, there is no such a thing like that, and there is no such a permanent place that give a birth to it. Another thing is, when you see the rainbow, it's not all the time. It's for a certain level, certain time period you can experience. So the same thing in your life also. When it comes to the reality, when it comes to your present moment of life, that what you experience today, right now, right here, you're not going to experience every day, all the time, in the same way. So then always you have to remember, it is not a kind of like you watching a movie and then you can pause it, then you can go somewhere and do something and come and start again. No, life not going to happen like that. All the time, 24/7, morning to night, it's kind of like a streaming, live streaming, that you have to understand it in that very moment. So to understand it or to recognize it, you have to little bit step back. Just imagine when you see the rainbow, you can't go closer to it. When you go closer to it, you can't see it. You have to have certain distance away from it. So same like when it comes to your life, to experience something, you have to have some distance. And it doesn't matter how beautiful it is, you can't get it. You can't hold it. When you see a kind of like a flowers or trees or something, you can say, oh, can I get a branch of, and then you can cut it and you can take there. But when it comes to rainbow, you can't. Even though everybody like to see it, you can't cut a piece of it and take it with you. So wherever it is, from distance, you have to experience, and it is not going to be for a long time. It's going to be for a short time, and it will disappear. But the disappearing doesn't mean then anymore again the rainbow not going to happen in the future. No, it will happen, but at the same time, there is no such a thing called rainbow. So with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that what you experience as perception. So what you perceive that everything moment by moment, moment by moment, is the kind of like a consciousness rainbow that you experience in your life. So that is that is what that give birth to your world. That is how your consciousness get nourished, and that is what called names and forms. So the names and the forms conditions by our own ideas, thoughts, believing systems, patterns, and these names and forms develop your life, and you struggle with it, and then by the time it's going to disappear, and then you hold it to the memory. So then always remember deeply that what you experience in your life, if you take something as believing there is such a thing like this, that is very misunderstanding. And at the same time, when you experience something, if you tell there is nothing, that also misunderstanding. So in between this, keep your awareness is the very necessary. But get into that awareness in the very first level, you have to develop some kind of moral discipline. Why? Because in our life, with our bodily, verbally, mentally actions, we have done a lot of things. Now, it is a kind of like this entire system in this whole nerve system in your body, it's a kind of like autopilot. You can't stop doing any things. Somehow, you want to do something. Because this sansaric journey, this long time that you keep repeating it, it's this habitual patterns, repetition. So practicing meditation in a certain way, why everybody need to practice meditation? Because it is, when it comes to this Buddha's teaching, always you have to remember, this everything has a meaning. Moral discipline, awareness, wisdom, this all has a purpose. That purpose is not same like other practice, other religions or other philosophies. They have different reasons. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, this all, even though every religion, every philosophy, every human existence talk about the moral discipline, and sometimes they talk about certain kind of awareness, some kind of wisdom. When it comes to the Buddha's teaching, it all directly purpose with the liberation or the enlightenment or nibbana. So then always you have to remember that whatever you practice need to merge with that purpose. That is where you keep heading. So what is this nibbana means? That get out of this mental creation. So then when you practice meditation, one of the important things that you have to remember, develop certain kind of moral discipline yourself to keep the freedom from action, reaction, result. So if you start to stop a little bit yourself without doing anything or withdrawing from all actions, you will see you can't do it. That's why when you close your eyes, your mind start to bringing many things. Even though you want to shut down this mental chattering, it's not going to stop there. Why? Because you are the one who used to keep doing like that. So for a certain level, try to experience this inside behavior, that what you carry in you. So that's why for a certain time period, you have to calm down, relax, just observe yourself, even this body sometimes. Keep neutral and closing your eyes a little bit if it is possible, and without reacting to anything, and without thinking or without going behind thoughts, just settling down a little bit will give you some kind of lesson for you to learn. What is that lesson? It is not easy for you to not doing anything. That is where you learn, you understand. Behind this skin, underneath this skin, there is an unknown character, unknown behavior that we carry within us. It is not that somebody injected unknowingly to you. It's not like that. No, this is your own habitual patterns. You are the one who develop it. So that's why for a certain time period, try to experience this. Then you will see. Not doing anything is not easy for you. And once you understand that, you become more aware about you. Why? Because there are certain behavior in us. Sometimes we don't know what is happening inside us, what kind of reactions keep coming, what is boiling inside us, what kind of thoughts will come next related to greed, hatred, or the delusion. So develop some awareness within yourself, and that awareness will lead you to understand regarding your inner behavior, that itself give you some wisdom to you. So when it comes to this Buddha's teaching, when it comes to this meditation practice, these sessions, our purpose is give very clear understanding yourself regarding your own mind, because you are your own master. You are your own creator. This all practice based with the mind. So the mind not about your past, or the mind not about that going to happen in the future. The mind very experience in this very moment. So try to recognize that. Because once you understand it, you will know the value of the present moment and the power of the human mind. Once you understand that, you become responsible regarding each and every moment to your life. Because that is where your conscious decision become validate. Otherwise, most of time, you can have the idea about the past or the future, and you can become more worry about things. But when you know the very nature, very behavior of mind very clearly, you are capable to guide this properly. So that is where you gain your own inner freedom. So that's why in the very what the Buddha taught basically, to not to escape from life, not to reject it or not to resist anything, but to know about it, accept it, be with it. Because if you are aware, then you can be with anything. There's nothing to escape. Because your mind is the chief. Your mind is the forerunner. So then you become more aware about the mind. And at the same time, you are capable to deal with this outside world. But now what is happening? We forget the very condition of our mind. We go behind the outside situations. We try to change that things. No, go into deeper in you and purify yourself. Purify yourself. Purify your thoughts. Get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. Basically, that we are holding to so much ignorance. That is where we hold, oh, this is world, this is something like that. We hold it to something. But when the mind becomes clear, you recognize this everything arise from nothing. And once it arises, we hold it as ours. And we are the one who validate that things. We are the one who give birth to it. And we are the one who struggle with it. We are the one who's suffering from it. And we are the one who going to deal with it. We are the one who going to lose that all. So basically, just imagine this brass, this singing bowl, and it is in this shape and with this, and we use this, and then you give name to this as a singing bowl. But the very first day, if somebody used this to eat something, and this singing bowl can become a begging bowl. So you can go as for monks, you can use like, go place to place, pinta path. And or maybe just imagine you in the very first day, you use it to drink water. Then this become a cup. So we are the one who giving this name and this form to this singing bowl. Otherwise, itself, it doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't come with the identity. Oh, I'm going to be a singing bowl. It's kind of like that. So before us and somebody else, or even that when they sell it, we pay some money and we buy it. From the day I buy this, and then I going to hold it this as my singing bowl. But before I buy it, it is not mine. But now it is mine. And then from that, that is the day when I pay money and buy it. That is the day it gives birth to this singing bowl. And then from that day, I keep it using, and then now in my mind, I have something. If I lost this, and I start to look, where is my singing bowl? Who took my singing bowl? And if I see it, if I use it every day, and I can become so happy. But when it comes to the very nature of the mind itself, it doesn't have a nature to hold it to this. Itself, it's free. It's empty. But this word itself, our interference, our engagement to material world develop this. So then you have to see the very nature of this. You can apply the singing bowl to anything in your life. And you can claim it as you. You can fight with it. You can be with it. You can claim it as yours. You can have the joy. You can be happy with it. You can get mad about it. So you are the one who give this name and form to your world around you. And you can say, it is there. It is there. This is, see, look, I can see it. I can touch it. This is mine. So that's why it's same like the rainbow. It is there. But ultimately, there is no permanent, independent, unchangeable, solid entity called singing bowl. And if I go with the finger path or looking for food, this become a begging bowl. Or if you go somewhere and if you want to kind of like go to faraway village area and maybe you start to use it to get water, and maybe you then start to pour the water and you can use it to have some bath. Or maybe somebody want to play music, as an instrument, you can use it. So see that how the mind give the name and form a structure to something. This is what the world, this is what your mind. It has enormous capacity, ability to create many, 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 many things. And with the ignorance means when we believe there is something, there is such a thing. I go to sleep thinking about my singing bowl. I wake up believing there is my singing bowl. That is what ignorance in a certain way. See that it is there, but it is not there, but still you believe it is permanently there. So then when it comes to your world, you go to sleep, you wake up, you fight with things, you get mad about things, you get sad about things, you believe things, you worship things, believing it is there. So that's why when you see this dependent arising, cause and conditions, anymore you're not going to hold it to the world. So the Dharma in a certain way means you recognizing this. Basically within yourself, within your mind, within your body, within your environment. And once you understand it, you become free from it. Your mind becomes free from it, even though you deal with that. So that liberation, that freedom in the first level It's very necessary, kind of like give a foundation to your nibbana. So then always remember yourself. Practicing meditation give you a basic understanding yourself to know this mental behavior. And you develop certain kind of discipline within your body and mind. And that will help you to sharpen your awareness more and more and more regarding your inner behavior, not this outside, inner behavior. Once you have that, you recognize you are the one who creating this world, giving names and forms to whatever the ideas arise. When the day you recognize that, that is where you have your liberation. You become free from your own mind. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so Pateva, oh may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens, just recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are prelo strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Paribunjisami Idamme punya kammang savakkayavam hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.